But here's a question real quick though. So right now you got Georgia 12-0, Michigan 12-0, TCU 12-0, USC is 11-1, Ohio State's 11-1. So basically you got USC and Ohio State. Out of those one-loss teams, which one do y'all feel like deserves the playoff spot more?
If USC wins, all USC's got to do is win their conference game, and they're in.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, in your opinion, like, who do you think should make it?
USC.
Like from a money standpoint or a bias standpoint, because we hate them and we just kick their asses?
USC, they're in that position, and they're conference champion. How can you keep them out? Ohio State, we hate Ohio State, but you're not a conference champion. I'm sorry. Go sit down. Go to Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl's a big money game. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't think the day would come that that'd be a consolation prize, because back in the day, that was the ultimate. That's what you played for, is to go to Rose Bowl. That's a big money payout. That's the granddaddy. That's the best bowl game. You know, so if Georgia can lose, they'll still make it. We have to win. TCU has to win. USC has to win. The four set right there. That's it.
But saying that, Pops, I feel like USC should be there too, or whatever, if they win out. But at the same time, what if Georgia loses and TCU loses? So would Ohio State get in with that happening? If TCU, I won't even say Georgia. Say if TCU loses. So is that one loss going to drop them to 6? Or is it going to drop? It'll drop them to 6, right?
Yeah, it definitely would.
So that would put USC probably to like what, 3rd, and then I would have Ohio State at 4th.
You know what I'm thinking? I know this is wrong.
Because one of those because TCU has a chance of losing.
They play Kansas State.
I think they have a good chance of losing, bro. You feel me? Like, and that's gonna switch up everything. You feel me?
You know what I'm thinking? This is one team that's just behind everybody. They're like at 6.
Don't give me that Bama shit.
6 or 7 or something like that. They're
gonna try to slide Bama.
They're gonna try to slide them some bitches in. You watch what I tell you.
2 losses. Watch what I tell you. 2 losses.
They're gonna get ahead of Ohio State. I bet you. That's how much. Like I said, they don't like the Big Ten, man. They don't like the Big Ten.
They love Ohio State though. Everybody, them motherfuckers love Ohio State because it's the money, it's the draw, whatever. But and that's why I seen that.
But as a conference, they don't like the Big Ten. They just don't like the Big Ten.
But they don't look at Ohio State as like Big Ten conference. They look at them because they feel like Ohio State is superior to the Big Ten conference, and then there's everybody else. To them, here's the Big Ten. And then Ohio State is up here, in my opinion. That's how they look at Ohio State. They get favored so much. I just seen a poll today, and Ohio State right now, they got the percentage of that for their chances of making the playoffs right now is at 77% right now.
Right.
Well, that means something, but it doesn't mean anything. But let me ask you a question.
Because USC's got to play Utah, and that's their one loss. Remember, that's the one team they lost to this year by a point. They've already lost to Utah this year.
Let me ask you this. It was only 1 spot difference between us and Ohio State, right?
Right.
Correct.
If we lost that game last Saturday, we wouldn't be in the same sentence as a fucking playoff.
Hell no.
That's why I say Ohio State shouldn't be there. It wouldn't be mentioned in the same play. If we had went down there and lost by a field goal, we still wouldn't be recognized for no playoff spot. You hear what I'm saying?
But the thing is with Alabama, they have the 2 losses, but the total of the 2 losses is 4 points. 2 SEC opponents. You feel me? True. Ohio State just lost by 20 plus points. Exactly. So that should be worse. That should be a worse loss.
Yeah.
The 2 points, against ranked teams and stuff, whatever, against Ohio State getting blowed out. So would that drop them further?
Dude, I think if TCU lost to Kansas State and if TCU lost to Kansas State, Ohio State will get in the playoff. If USC loses to Utah, they'll get in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
If either one of those 2 teams lose, they will get in the playoffs. If Michigan loses to Purdue this weekend, I still think we make it.
I don't.
Okay.
I do. I do. I do because
they will find a way to fuck us.
I think so because we went 12-0 regular season undefeated. Michigan's not going to lose to Purdue anyway, so I don't even know why we even bring that up. But
we better hope. We better hope,
dude.
We better hope.
It's not going to happen.
That's what my heart says. If we get down there, actually do what we're supposed to do. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Purdue,
but you know
Purdue,
how the game
man.
of football is.
Purdue.
That's how football is, bro.
That's how football is.
Can't look past them. Can't look past them.
We got to take this game seriously, Jordy. We can't fuck around with them.
I am taking it seriously, but you don't think they're taking it seriously? Like, look what they just did, man. This is Purdue we're talking about. We just beat the juggernaut, one of the best teams out there, like in enemy territory. They know what they're doing, and we beat them without Corum. We should be able to win this game coming up this weekend without Edwards or Corum, and we should have no problems doing it. Who was a better team, Pops, this year's Purdue or last year's Iowa?
That's a good one.
Right. I'm just saying, we go out there.
Neither team really impressed me. Iowa is too much one-dimensional. Purdue is going to throw more at us.
That's all they did. That's all they do is throw.
All Iowa do is throw to that tight end. That's all they was doing. When I watched the Nebraska game, I'm telling them, watch the tight end. That's all they're doing. Throwing to the tight end. Throwing to the tight end. Every fucking pass play, throwing to the tight end. And he kept catching it. But that's Nebraska. They can't cover up bed with a fucking bed sheet.
Right.
That's all they do. One dimensional. Like last year, they had that play action, fake, go out to the tight end. All we had to do was adjust for them the second half. That second half, we came out there. Oh, that's all y'all got? Right. Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah, if any team needs a change in culture and coach and environment, it's them. But they won't ever fire him, I don't feel like. And this dude still coaches football like it's – you think Jim Harbaugh's 80s? Watch one of Iowa's games, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
It's so boring. Just try to stay awake. I challenge anybody to watch a full game of Iowa against especially a non-conference opponent and try to stay awake for 60 minutes of football game. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Their first 3 games of the season, how many touchdowns did they score? It was
right. It was terrible.